Greetings, royal family. All right, growing up hip hop. Let's get straight into it. So last week we left off with Titi sabotaging Egypt and Sam's proposal. So this is where they picked up this week. So they're still, on the way to the venue, and Egypt is visibly upset. And she's freaking out. This episode was hilarious. So I'm going to try to speed through this so I can get to my favorite part. All right, so back at the venue, right? So like I said, Titi and Egypt, they're still in the car, and Titi is just like, I think we're pulling up. Don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there. Egypt, she's freaking out. So they shift gears back to the venue, right? So we see Little Twist outside the venue. He's talking to the fellas. He's talking to Boogie and Eric, which is Little Eazy-E, I call him. And he's saying that this should be Egypt's show. Tyran is there also. He says because Egypt is hip hop royalty. And I'm like, right. See why I like this Little Twist guy? He is smart. So Tyran, my man, 100 grand in his confessional, he feels the same way that Little Twist feels, right? And he says that Sam was supposed to be helping Egypt with her music career and helping her get a show. And he's just wondering, like, what happened to all of that? Exactly, Tyran. The people want to know. So Sam, he is headed on stage, okay? And in his confessionals, he is still shirtless for whatever reason. Please, spare us. Stop it. Now, he got on stage, y'all, and he grabbed the mic. And they showed some of his performance. And royal family, I'm telling you right now, I would rather have my eyes taped open and be forced to watch every single one of Tyler Perry's scripted television shows, every episode from every season, than to listen to whatever the heck that was that Sam was doing on stage. And I'm serious, okay? So thank God they shift gears. We go back to Titi and Egypt. So they finally arrive to the venue, and Egypt, she doesn't have her ID to get into the venue, and they're carding her, and they're like, oh, you only need ID if you're going to drink. So she's rushing to get in. And I'm just like, ID? Excuse me, Mr. Security Man, do you know whose child that is? That's Pep and Tretch's baby. But whatever, they were doing their job, so I get it. So we move on to Denise, Angela, and Angela's mother. They are shopping for lingerie, and I thought that was totally weird. I think they were shopping for bridal lingerie or whatever, but still weird. I'm not going lingerie shopping with my mom. It's just not happening. So Angela, she's explaining that her son has been asking about her dad, and about his dad, and he asked Angela if he was alive. So she's telling her mother this. Now, I thought that this was going to be really interesting. I thought that conversation was going to get, real heartfelt, emotional. And then Angela's mother asked about her dating life. So I said, oh God, here we go. I said, bye. So they shift back to Egypt and the show. All right, this is a good part. Kinda. So Egypt, she gets into the venue, all right? And again, Sam is on stage making all types of noise with these people's expensive equipment, with that expensive microphone. I literally muted the TV. I don't know what he was doing. So Titi, she's laughing, when she sees Sam on stage. Titi is so funny to me. Like, she is hilarious. Anyway, so she is laughing. She sees Sam on stage, and she's like, what the heck? He has on this Joker face paint, like, and it's just like, Titi, yes, girl. He actually plans on proposing to Egypt looking like that. Get into it, girl. So the critiques did not stop because okay, let me focus. I'm sorry, y'all. The critiques did not stop with Titi, right? So she criticized like his face makeup, and he had his shirt on. He started off with a shirt on, and now he has his shirt off bouncing around the people's stage or whatever. Brianna, she was looking like, what the heck? She said that he looked crazy. Then Little Twist gave his 2 cents, and he said that Sam was not his cup of tea. Like, his performance, he's like, his music is just not his cup of tea. And at this point, they're in the venue, they're watching the show. And Boogie and Little Eazy, you could see them, they're looking around, they're totally confused. Like, I could not stop laughing. So then Sam yells out on stage, Egypt, can I get some help up here? Because Egypt was in the audience. So I'm saying to myself, oh, Egypt is the help now, huh? Okay. So Tyran says that he could have introduced Egypt a whole lot better. And I agree. Egypt, can I get some help up here? You know, shouting from the stage. So Egypt, she goes on stage and she performs. Now, Brianna says that Egypt's performance was amazing and Sam was not her forte. So, you know, Egypt in her confessional at this point, she's performing on stage and they're going into her confessional and she is trying to give an explanation about Sam wearing the Joker face paint and saying that he's not a clown. Sis, yes he is, sis, a clown, a professional clown in a 3-ring, maybe even 4-ring circus, if such a thing exists. He's a whole clown, sis. But okay. So we move on to the proposal, right? So Egypt, she's done performing. And when she was performing, I did notice that Boogie, Eric, and Little Twist, and Tyran, they were cheering her on. Brianna, they were cheering her on. So, you know, they were feeling her performance. No comment. So Sam goes, right? Sam goes, everybody please be quiet. This is a special moment for me. But she is right here. I literally typed this word for word. So with that being said, Egypt, will you be my everything for the rest of my life? That was his proposal, y'all. That's what he said to her. To me, that sounded like a jail sentence, quite frankly. I'm just going to keep it real. That sounds like he presented her with a jail sentence. And of course, she said yes. So Brianna is now more serious. You know, she's ready for Valet to get her car. She's like, I'm out, you know, and she's on a more serious mission to find out what's Sam's angle, you know, because she doesn't trust him. You know, she equates him dressing up or painting his face like the Joker as him being a psychopath and him being crazy, pretty much. And he's not trustworthy. And Little Twist in his confessional right after the proposal, he says that Sam is the finesser of the year. So we move all of these shenanigans backstage. So Egypt is crying, and I'm just like, we crying too, sis, but not for the same reasons you crying. We want better for you, baby, Egypt. Anyway, Sam still has on his clown makeup, y'all, and it's so funny to me that it didn't wear off. Interesting. So she FaceTimes her mother and she's screaming and Pep is screaming with excitement. And Pep tells her yeah, you know, your dad knows. We knew. Are you surprised? And then Pep, I don't know what's up with her. Something just seems off with her. Is it just me? She's just like, oh, you know, she's so happy. She's happy for her daughter. And she says she's so sad that she had to miss her daughter's engagement. And she's just so excited. So anyway, we move on. Titi, poor cousin Titi feels defeated at this point, okay? She's outside, she's talking to Tyran, and she says that she has to move into phase 2. Phase 2 of her plans. You know, that girl, she is a trip. She is good for TV. She really is, and she has a good personality. But, yeah, she just seemed so defeated when she was outside. Poor thing. So we shift gears back to NYC. So Angela's mother is asking her about Romeo. They're still in the lingerie shop. And Tanise is just there. She's listening. She's not saying much. So Angela's mother is asking her about Romeo. And Angela's just saying the same darn thing that she has been saying for the last 7 episodes. This is episode 8. So she's just saying the same things. And then they get noticed that Egypt got engaged, and then Angela said that she was kind of worried because she is young, because I think at that time Egypt was 20, getting ready to turn 21. So she says that she's scared, and she says that you know, she's worried about her and that she's too young. So that was the long and short of it for that. Now shifting gears to Vanessa and Tanise. So this was good to see them chilling. You know, they have on their little robes, so they look like they was having a little, you know, girls' night or what have you. They're chilling, and, you know, Nessa, she gets a text from Master P saying that he wants to meet up with her. So I'm like, ooh, I wonder why, right? Now, I thought from the previews that it was going to be Angela meeting up with Master P. Maybe that's later to come. Who knows? So they also get the video of Egypt being proposed to by Sam. And they also are kind of lost about Sam's face paint, you know, him looking like the Joker. So Tanise, she tells Vanessa that she is feeling pressured by JoJo to have another child. And like I said last week and probably the week before that, these two are not ready to get married, JoJo and Tanise. They're not. And I don't think that JoJo is taking seriously Tanise's hesitation or fear of having another kid. Like he just thinks like, I just want a son just so I could tote around a son, you know, I don't know. So Vanessa's telling her, look, don't let JoJo pressure you. And Tanise is expressing that it was kind of awkward when they went to counseling because it's Rev Run that's doing the marriage counseling. So she just feels like that's awkward. I think that they should have definitely had a marriage counselor outside of the family. Keep your family out of your marital affairs. Okay, Portia? From Housewives of Atlanta. Back to Sam in Egypt. So Sam, he still has this stupid face paint on, okay? And Titi is talking to Sam, and Titi apologized for her part in the recent shenanigans. You know, she's trying to have a sensible conversation with Sam, explaining to him where she is coming from, you know. Egypt is like a little sister to her. She said she was there from the time that Egypt was born. So she is just expressing that she is concerned about her well-being. She also says that them as a family, they've been taken advantage of by a lot of people, even recently. I think she was referring to the guy who allegedly stole Pep's credit card. I forgot his name. He was her hairstylist or whatever. So she's just saying that, you know, we as a family, we're very protective of who we let in. So Titi is having a sensible conversation on the LA streets in, you know, in a busy road, and he has this face paint on. It's just like, God, and Tyran is not feeling it. In his confessional, he says, yeah, you know, words mean nothing to him. He's basically judging by his actions, you know, so Tyran is just like, yeah, that sounds all good and everything, but I'm judging you by your actions. And again, they're having this conversation on the busy street in LA. People are driving past, honking at him because they see him in this stupid makeup, and he's screaming back at the cars. He's just weird. He's just totally weird. All right, so Damon, Rocky, this will be quick. The only thing that I caught is that Rocky was crying because she was pretty close to Ava, which is Boogie's little sister, Dame's daughter. And now that there's, you know, family issues and courts and things like that, she doesn't see Eva as much, and she's hurt about the separation between the relationship of Eva and Dame. So she's crying. I fast forward. I love my fast forward button, so I used it. Back to Angela. She goes to see her life coach, and she is talking about her son asking about her father. Now, Angela is crying, and Angela has been in every episode. We are episode 8. She has been in all 8 episodes. This is a record for the season, okay? We haven't seen this since like season 2, maybe. Anyway, so seeing Angela get really emotional and like share how she feels about her son dealing with the passing of her son's father made her very human to me. And I know that that sounds mean, but it's got to be tiring walking around acting like everything is okay. Like, I get tired watching her acting like everything is okay and just trying to like brush past issues and not wanting to deal with issues whenever anyone is trying to confront her about something. She just brushes it off. She always has to leave. She runs away from everything. And it's like, it was good seeing her in that state. Not that I want to see anyone crying over a tragedy, but she was being very authentic, it looks like, because she was very vocal. She was articulating how she actually felt. You know, it just seemed real. You know what I mean? And sometimes it is okay not to be okay. You don't have to walk around acting like everything is okay. Yes, you know, you put on a good face and, you know, you keep a positive attitude, but it is like, it's okay. Like, you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. So I actually liked that scene, and I thought, yes, we're finally getting some depth from Angela. Short-lived. The life coach goes into asking her about her personal and her business life. And I said, here we go. Here we go. Angela brings up Romeo yet again and says that they're no longer friends. And she tells the life coach, what happened. And it is evident to me that Angela is not going to stop talking about Romeo in the rest of the episodes for this season. So I might as well just get used to it. We saw a little snippet with Ava, which is Boogie's little sister, and she's talking about her father telling her that she doesn't deserve the last name Dash. And I'm like, gosh, Dame, do you have to be a jerk all the time? And I said, young lady, consider it a compliment because your father has run the last name Dash into the ground. Not saying that he hasn't done some good things for the culture, but honey, oh. So she wants to meet up with her father basically to let him know that even though they're going through this court battle and these family issues, she still loves him. I thought that was very mature of that lady. Now back to Angela. So her therapist sounded like she was pretty much reading from a script when she went into talking about Romeo. It sounds real rehearsed. So she's just telling Angela that, maybe Romeo really likes you. And maybe he has a deep attraction to you, just real extra and dramatic. And Angela is really sitting there absorbing what this life coach is saying as if she never heard this before from Romeo's mouth. She's just nodding in agreement as if she had no clue about this. We move on to Titi and Nessa. So they're meeting up and Titi is planning on confronting Pep at Egypt's 21st birthday party, which is rapidly approaching. And she wants Nessa to go with her. And Vanessa's just like, am I going to be walking into the lion's den? Yes, you are, Vanessa. Yes, you are. So Titi is just like, to be a real quick in and out. So Titi feels that Pep is the only one that can pretty much shut down these rumors that Sam is spreading. The rumor that Sam is spreading that Titi is in love with him because Pep is co-signing this from what Titi hears. And, Egypt kind of said the same thing, that her mom notices how Titi is towards Sam. And Sam, he's convinced that, Titi's in love with him. So she's basically going to, I guess this is I wonder, is this part of phase 2? So she plans on confronting Pep about it. And she doesn't like the fact that Pep feels this way about her. Yeah, I want to see that. I definitely want to see that. So Vanessa, she's sharing her news and she's telling Titi that, Master P sent her a text and he wanted to meet up with her. And she got a role in a movie. And when she was looking over everything, the movie is being co-produced by Master P. So I think that Titi told her I wouldn't take it based on everything that's going on. So the next scene shows Nessa and Percy, honey. So Nessa is hoping that her taking this role in this movie won't upset her family. And I'm like, who? Rev Run has beef with Master P? Then it's like, oh yeah, Angela and JoJo. She's hoping that they won't get upset that she's going to be in this movie that Master P is a part of. So, Percy, he made it seem like, when they sat down and talked, he made it seem like Romeo was the one that recommended Angela for the role because Master P said, I was looking over the script with Rome and I was talking to Rome and Rome told me that, you would be perfect for this movie. Now, Vanessa does want to, she has had acting roles and she does want to further her career in acting. But I laughed because I said to myself, is Romeo being a little petty? Not that Angela wants to act. I mean, Vanessa does, or maybe he was just looking out for her because he really has no beef with any of the other Simmons kids. He's just not rocking with Angela right now, so, I don't know. It is funny though, just think. So Vanessa, she brings up the events leading to Romeo's going away party. So they flash back to when JoJo was outside, doing the most, acting like he was tough and all that good stuff. And honey, here we go, y'all. So in Master P's confessional, right after they pan to JoJo and his theatrics, Master P is clapping. He's like, and the Oscar goes to JoJo Simmons for being the hardest gangster comedian in a TV show. When I tell you that I almost dropped my fresh cup of iced coffee, I could not stop laughing. I said to myself, oh, oh my God, so you saw it too, Master P? Because remember when he came to the party, he just looked at JoJo and he just walked past him. So Master P was thinking the same thing we were thinking. And he actually said it. No apologies. No. Oh, dang, I love Percy. So after I basically gathered myself together from laughing so hard, he said that JoJo should be focused on his family. This is what he's telling Angela. And he says this in the confessional. He said, you know, JoJo got other things to worry about. He should be focused on his family. He said, but I'll be praying for him. Oh, WeTV, I just want to thank you. I just want to thank you for that sweet treat. Thank you, WeTV. Like I said, I knew that is exactly what Master P was thinking when he walked up and JoJo was doing the most, yelling outside for no reason. So Master P goes on to tell Vanessa that he sees JoJo as a nice kid and that her father, Rev Run, he thinks, oh, he feels that Rev Run is more street than JoJo. Lord have Percy. Oh my God, he is just throwing all the dark. That's not even shade. He's just throwing out facts, okay? So he said that he has love and respect for JoJo, but he said that JoJo gets too caught up in things sometimes. Very true. So P said that, you know, Rome is pretty much focusing on his career and he's got a lot going on. And didn't I tell y'all that Master P got that boy working? I remember when, you know, Romeo was saying that he's unfollowing this person, unfollowing that person. He's focused. He's going in a new direction. He has a lot to live up to. Master P has a huge empire that he eventually wants to leave to his son. So Master P don't got no time. Romeo don't got no time to be lollygagging and dibbing and dabbing and no type of drama on the show. No negative press. So he says, you know, Romeo's out of the country right now, you know, filming, but he'll be back soon. And he also tells her that Angela should be focusing on her situation instead of Romeo, or even being friends with Romeo right now. You know, Master P is just saying like she got a lot going on with the passing of her ex. She has her son. Like she shouldn't even be worried about who is her friend or who isn't. Honestly, I have to say I agree. I have to say, not as pertaining to Romeo, this Romeo relationship mess that they've carried on for seasons prior. Like, that shouldn't even really be your focus, but I get it. I mean, it's harsh, but I totally get it. Now, Vanessa, she's feeling awkward now all of a sudden, and she says that she feels awkward after talking to Master P because she feels that he is ignoring certain things. I guess she was trying to get him to agree with her that what Romeo said about Angela wasn't nice. That's his son. He's not going to agree with that. And it's just like, Vanessa, okay, girl, let me tell you where Vanessa went wrong. Number one, you went there and discussed personal issues instead of the business, right? Like this man has a whole empire that he built. And if you felt hesitant, you took the role. So you should have gone there and you should have just talked about the business. Master P does not strike me as the type of person to worry about personal idiosyncrasies as opposed to business and money moves. He's a grown man. He's a mature man. You're not going to get him caught up in the little drama like you would Dame Dash. No offense, Dame. I'm just saying. So you went there and you discussed personal issues because you feel bad. Angela probably made this girl feel bad about coming back and telling her. And that's probably why she feels bad. Poor Vanessa. She just always feels guilty about something, right? Like, poor thing. Yeah, but I think that you should have gone there. You should have discussed the business. You shouldn't even brought up any family, anything. If he wasn't on it, then you don't be on it. Master P is a whole grown man. And I just think you should have learned from the first time. Like, you felt bad about taking the information that Romeo shared with you back to Angela. So you shouldn't have brought it up at all. Like some of the things that you should have been asking Master P is like, what is the day rate? You know, how long are we going to be filming? Is there going to be hair and makeup? Is there a budget for hair and makeup? You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, these are some of the things that you should have been asking. So I don't know where this is going to go. I wonder if Vanessa's going to run back to Angela and tell her, oh my God, I talked to Master P. Vanessa, you have a tendency to make things more awkward for yourself than they need to be. But you know what it is? I think that she is just very cautious and she doesn't want to offend anyone. She doesn't want to make anyone feel, offended. She doesn't want to make anyone feel hurt. She doesn't want to embarrass anyone. So she like walks on eggshells. So, but girl, get to work. You have a movie to film, girl. Ask about that day rate, budgeting for hair and makeup, wardrobe. Or can you bring your own makeup artist? Are they going to provide a makeup artist for you? These are the things that you should have been discussing. Not Romeo and Angela. Because trust me, if the roles were reversed, if Angela was the one sitting there about to be in a movie with Master P, she would not have brought you up at all. I'm just saying. So I don't even care what's going to happen next week, honestly. Like, Master P gave me everything that I needed in that one scene. So it was good. Yeah, it definitely was good. So I don't even know what's going to happen next week. So Royal Family, get down in the comments. Let me know if you see the episode. What do you think about Vanessa working in this movie? Like, do you think that she should just leave the Romeo and Angela situation alone, take yourself out of it, and just focus on her acting career, which she is trying to, she's trying to build? So, Master P said, the award goes to, oh my God, funny gangster in a TV show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm signing off. Make sure your notifications are on. Today is Friday, so you know that I will be cranking out content for you. Be sure to thumbs up this video on the way out. Greatly appreciate it. So I will meet you down in the comments. Until next time, Royal Family, peace.